right. Let's see if this shit is working. Okay, everything looks like it's working. What's good, people? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, today I'm going to be talking about how to reject women and get more women to want to be with you. You know, through you actually rejecting chicks. You feel what I'm saying? Because what it is that, I get a lot of, people who ask me, they send me emails, they hit me up with questions, and they're like, yo, why is it that I'm not getting more women? How come these chicks aren't cooperating? How come shit ain't going the way I want it to go? So, you guys need to make sure you get your pens and papers so you can really, get up on game for this. You feel me? Shout out to you, Zeus and Nadia. What up? What's going on? What is going on? Osei was popping. Before we get into all that, make sure you guys get the book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. You can get the ebook, the hard copy, or the audio book. You can get either one. If you get the hard copy, I'm going to autograph it for you and send it to you autographed. Okay, so make sure you click the link below to get this book, or go straight to mrlocario.com. Shout out to Grave Rave, King Ingram, Minor Sand, what's going on? Bowl Cut was popping. All right, so I wanted to do this episode because Nadia, you say you need some advice on sex. Are you a dude or a chick? That's not like a chick name, Nadia. You feel me? But I wanted to do this stream because, I'm getting a lot of emails from guys who are really trying to get shit going faster, quicker, get more situations going, get more dates, get more sex, all this other stuff. And a lot of guys are having a lot of trouble with this. Now, this is why I tell guys to go to badboymembership.com so that you can step up your game heavy. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm going to give you guys some stuff today that you can really, hold on to, sink your teeth in, and make it happen, right? Now, the thing is this, if you want to get more women, right? And basically this is what I want to say. What you want to get just in general and what's going to be the best situation for you is if you are having situations with women where, most, if not all, of the women that you're dealing with are women who are 100% cooperative and who are extremely, extremely into you. You understand? What I'm saying, JP, what's going on? Done Motor Cars was popping. So the ideal is to get the girls who are extremely, extremely into you, the ones that's going to cooperate 100%. Now, a way to get that, though, is through rejecting women. I'm going to break all of this down so you guys can understand how to make this go down, right? Now, a lot of times what's going to happen is you're going to talk to a girl, approach a girl, maybe even get a girl's number on an online dating site. But let's say if you approach a girl, right? And you're at a club, you're at a bar, and you get this girl's number, right? And you hit her up and you try to set a date, right? Now, there's a few things that may happen. You may holler at her and she will never get back to you, period. Like you met her on Thursday, got her number, you hit her up on Friday, was like, yo, what's up, blah, 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 and she just never returns your text, call, nothing, right? So that's that one type of girl. Then you gotta have the type of girl who you'll get her information, you'll set something up, she'll respond to you, and then she will go on a date with you, right? Now, on that date, y'all may end up kissing or whatever, but in some cases you may hit it, but then you may never hear from her again. Or in some cases you just may kiss her, make out with her, you never hear from her again. You see what I'm saying? So that's one type of girl. Then you have the other type of girl, you get her number, you hit her up, y'all go on a date, Y'all hanging out, everything is cool, y'all kissing, y'all having sex, and she wants to continuously see you. Oh, I'm gonna take calls in a second. She wants to continuously see you, right? So let's go with those three type of girls. You have the one girl who's not gonna hit you up at all when you try to holler at her. You're gonna have the girl who is gonna go on that date with you. Y'all may kiss or even have sex, but she may not, hit you up again. Then you're gonna have the third girl who is extremely into you, y'all gonna kiss, you're gonna fuck, you're gonna do all of this other shit, and she's gonna want to keep seeing you, keep hollering at you. Now this girl is just feeling you like crazy, right? Now, what you want to do is this: is that you want to always reject the first type of girl. Always. So what I mean is this: is that girl you met at the bar, you got her number, and you text her and she didn't give you any response at all, period, you charge her to the game. Period. You understand? You don't call her again, you don't hit her up again, because when you first give her that text or call, and she's supposed to hit you back up. If she doesn't hit you back up, that means she's not interested. That's extremely low interest. You understand? So you charge her to the game immediately. And the reason why I'm saying you charge us to the game is because you don't want to spend any more time on her. You see what I'm saying? And this is what you guys got to understand. You're only going to have a certain amount of energy and time to deal with these chicks, just, in general, but also you want to conserve your energy to deal with the women who are actually giving you some type of, response. And also what happens is that, because, a lot of guys out there are insecure and, try to talk about confidence and all this other stuff, right? The thing is, if you are the type of guy who keeps trying to holler at girls who are not hollering at you, what's going to happen is that that's going to fuck with you in a certain way. Now, if you're really confident, it ain't going to fuck with you. But if you're, the type of guy who's not confident, he's trying to build his confidence, he's trying to figure this shit out, that's going to fuck with you. So what you want to do is you want to spend the least amount of time with women who are not being responsive to you. So again, that first girl who is not responding to you, you cut her off immediately. Like, she's done, right? Now, that girl may hit you up, weeks later, even sometimes months later. That could happen randomly. But generally, she's not going to hit you up. You just call it a day with her, right? Now, hold on, I'm going to take calls in a second, guys. I'm going to take calls in a second. I think some people be seeing that I post up, I'm going to be on, and they're like, they're not on the stream, but they heard that I'm on, so they try to call. So they're not even seeing what I'm saying at this point. But, so the second girl is the girl, you get her information, you go out with her on that date, maybe y'all just kiss, and you never hear from her again, or maybe y'all kissed and y'all just hang out, y'all didn't have sex or whatever. Y'all go on a second date and y'all maybe just kiss and fool around a little bit, but you never hit it, and then it just falls off. Or you may have hit it on the first and second date and it just falls off. So these girls are interesting because what it is that when it comes to you even dealing with these girls, let's say this is a girl you haven't had sex with, but you went out on 2 dates with her, y'all kissed a little bit, y'all did all that shit, but you never fucked her, right? What you want to do with this chick, let's say you try to hit her up again, she doesn't return your call. What you want to do with this chick is, or chicks like this, is you want to exhaust the interaction, right? Before you charge it to the game, right? So this girl you're going to potentially reject, but not yet. Now, why do you not yet reject this one, but you reject the first type of girl who never returned your call? So the first type of girl who never returned your call, she's showing no interest. The second type of girl, she's showed some interest by going on that date with you or that second date with you and kissing you, doing all this other stuff. So she has somewhat of an interest in you, which is why she was doing that. Now, her interest could dissipate, but also the fact that she's done something physically with you, then you can exhaust that opportunity in that situation. And what I mean is this, and before I even get into that, if you go on a date with a chick, or even a second date with a chick, and there's no physical shit going on, you treat her as the first girl. So when I'm talking about you exhausting the situation, this is only for a girl you got physical with, but you never really hit it, or even if you did hit it, it just fizzled out, and you want to still sort of keep her around, keep her on the team, right? So if nothing physical happened, just call that shit a date. Now, if something physical did happen, y'all kissed, y'all did whatever the fuck you was gonna do, but she sort of fell off. What you want to do is you want to exhaust that situation. What I mean by exhaust it is that, let's say you went on 2 dates, y'all just kissed me, y'all never fucked. And then you hit her up for a third date, but she never returned your call, right? And what you want to do is fall back from that for a little while, talk to other girls, do what you want to do, whatever. And then maybe like a month later or something like that, what you want to do is you want to hit her up again and try to set up something again. Now, why is this? Because sometimes what happens is that when you're dating a girl, she's dating other dudes a lot of times too. So what happens is she may be caught up in another dude who maybe she thought was going to be a boyfriend, or she thought something serious was going to happen with this guy, so she's all caught up with that. Now, when you wait that while, let's say a month and a half, whatever, and you just chill on it, and then you hit her back up, that situation that she was in may be over. You understand? And so now she'll be more receptive to starting up the shit again with you. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's say you do hit her up, and she, that month later, she doesn't return your text or your call or whatever the fuck it is. Then, at that point, you charge it to the game. Or what might happen sometimes is, like, she may return your text or call, but you're trying to set up a date, and she's just sort of like, she's responding to you, she's having a conversation with you, but when you try to set up a date, she's never really trying to go on a date with you. She's not trying to really see you. So you may say something like, oh, it's been a long time, let's get together this Saturday. And then that's the last text you sent her, and she doesn't respond. That's when you charge it to the game. Or y'all are going back and forth talking, and as soon as you say, hey, let's get together tomorrow or whatever, she stops texting, because what is happening is she likes the attention you're giving her, but she still has no intentions of seeing you because she may have lost interest, or she's with some other dude or whatever the fuck it is. But at that point, you charge it to the game. But if you're able to get her out and make something happen again, you can try to fuck her at that point. So that's another girl you can sort of keep on the team because you're gonna smash her. But if she's on some bullshit, you charge her to the game. So remember, the first girl who's not returning your call or anything, you charge that chick to the game. The second girl who you went on a few dates with but nothing really happened too significant, you could wait a while and then hit her up later and then start it over again and fuck with her. And if she's not on trying to fuck with you, you charge it to the game. So now the reason why I'm telling you all of this again is because you're getting into a state where you're seeing interest, you're looking for interest and disinterest. And the more disinterest you see, you reject. The more interest you see, you continue with the girl. And so what happens with this is that it also makes you a little bit more confident, and your swag is on a whole different level, because now you're conditioning yourself to only really respond to chicks who are showing interest, and to quickly dismiss the girls who are showing disinterest. Because you have to train your mind to do this. See, the problem, this is the reason why a lot of guys fuck up on the game in the situations with women, is that because you indulge too much in uncooperative behavior with women. And then that becomes the norm for you. And also what happens is that when you're interacting with women, you're giving off that needy, insecure energy with other women, because you're acting needy and insecure with this girl who's not showing you any attention or any type of reciprocation. She's not showing you any cooperation. So you're involving yourself in a situation with a woman who's not really cooperating. You understand? So you want to switch that and get out of those situations where a woman's not cooperating, and start to move in the direction of you only really giving attention and time to women who are cooperating. Right? Now, we went through the first two girls. Now, the third girl is the girl who's extremely into you. This is the girl you met at the bar, club, you got her information, you went out on a date, y'all was kissing, everything was cool, and you may have even had sex with her that same night. Even if you didn't have sex with her the same night, you had sex with her maybe the next date or whatever, but she's feeling you. She's texting you. She's showing up for dates, like just like on time and everything like that. And everything is cool. She's showing extreme interest, right? So that's the type of girl that you also keep on the team and give the most attention to. Now, the way that you find those girls is that you have to basically play the numbers game. Because when you play the numbers game, you're going to run into the first type of girl, the second type of girl, and then you're going to finally run into the third type of girl, who is the girl that you should be fucking with. Right? But by the time, but what happens is as you're rejecting all of the women who are not showing you interest, at the same time you're building yourself up, which makes you more attractive to women in general, which gets you more cooperation from other women, which will get you more of those girls who are going to be extremely into you. Because what you guys got to understand is this, is that a lot of this has to do with your energy and your vibe. You feel what I'm saying? And so if you have a certain type of energy and a certain type of vibe, women gravitate to that confident energy, that vibe that you give off. If you're giving off an insecure, needy type of vibe, that's going to repel women. So a lot of this is you doing work on you, but you're working on you through the application of dealing with these type of chicks in this way. You feel what I'm saying? Captain Masterpiece said, do you think this is too much effort? Does this stuff work for anyone watching? See, that's the thing. This is like simple shit. This is simple shit. Simple. If you meet a girl and you get her number tonight and you text her tomorrow and she doesn't respond to your text, you stop texting her. That's really simple. You understand? If you meet a girl, you get her information, y'all set up a date and she goes on a date with you, and y'all kissing and doing all this other stuff, but it falls off, right? Since y'all had that situation, you can still sort of keep her around a little bit, hit her up again to try to rekindle that shit. If it rekindles, you keep it going. If not, you charge it to the game. Then if you're dealing with a girl who's showing extreme cooperation, those are the ones you keep on the team. And so through the application of doing this, what you're doing is you're making it easier for you to get more girls to cooperate, because you are transforming yourself into a man who is more attractive, because you are kicking these girls to the curb, because you are only dealing with women who are giving you that cooperation. Because the thing is, you know, when we talk about like confidence and you know, and you being on point, the best place to be is having the core confidence when it comes to, you know, when it comes to you dealing with women. But what happens is that a lot of guys are not at the level where they even understand the core confidence or whatever. So what happens is that by you dealing with women who are cooperative to you, you may end up feeling good about yourself through those situations. And by you feeling good about yourself through those situations, that can build your confidence. It can build that feeling within you. Then once you're building your confidence, guess what? More women are going to find you attractive. And then you're going to run into more cooperative women. See, right now, most guys are on a downward spiral to where they are getting with uncooperative, bitchy, crazy, belligerent chicks who have attitudes. And they're sticking with these girls or trying to make shit happen with these girls. So again, you're in a situation where you are trying hard to make a girl like you or to get a girl to call you back and all this other shit. And that puts you in a zone of you being that guy who's looked at as like a loser. Then you start feeling like a loser, and then you start giving off that loser energy, and you keep getting rejected, you keep getting flaked on, all these other things are happening because you didn't realize you were supposed to charge these chicks to the game who were not trying to fuck with you and continue on to get with women who are cooperating with you. See, you're going to get women who are going to cooperate the more that you are rejecting women who aren't. You understand what I'm saying? Because it all works like a well-oiled machine. Since you're rejecting and not being thirsty to try to just get any chick who's on some bullshit, when you reject the chick, what you're saying to yourself is that I don't need you. I don't need this energy. You understand? I'm better than this. I deserve better than what you're giving me. And then so when you have that energy, you talk to other girls, and then the girls who are feeling you, you say, okay, this is what I need. This is what I'm feeling. This is where it's supposed to be at. And then you set a certain standard for yourself. You see what I'm saying? And then by you setting that standard, that makes you more attractive to women because you have set yourself up to be that type of dude who's only going to take a certain type of behavior from women. You say, isn't that a bit needy trying to rekindle the relation? No. See, this is what you got to understand. Because you and her have had a situation before, meaning you went on a date with the girl and y'all had some sort of physical intimacy. And when I say physical intimacy, I mean y'all kissed and or had sex. You understand? If you go on a date and nothing happened, you didn't even get a kiss, you charge your girl to the game. If you and her kissed or had sex and it fizzled out, what happens is you can rekindle it because y'all already did something. So what I'm talking about is you having extra women on your team. You see what I'm saying? Because also what happens is that because something, because the situation may have fizzled out a bit, the girl may also still be thinking about you, right? To a certain extent. But what happens is that she may think you've moved on. She may think she can't really make anything happen. And sometimes a girl may contact you back first. You understand what I'm saying? What up, MJ? Get right. What's popping, my dude? What's going on? Yeah, we just started the stream like 15 minutes ago. But yeah, that's the thing. It's not needy. It's needy if you keep trying to get at a girl who's not trying to fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? If you're continuously doing that. But see, the thing is that if you've already fucked with a girl, you already got her number in your phone, right? You've already done the work to set up a date. You already went out and y'all like had some physical situation going. You can still holler at her again until she is showing that disinterest. You understand? So that means that once you holler back at her, if she's still acting flaky or she don't really want to fuck with you, then that's when you can charge to the game. You feel what I'm saying? Captain Masterpiece said it feels weird talking to every single girl, getting rejected everywhere. It's embarrassing, and they catch on. Next thing you know, you are asking someone she knows, and she's like, "I rejected him." Well, listen, it's a big world, and first of all, you should never be embarrassed by a chick not wanting to fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? That's gonna happen regardless. There's always gonna be a chick that's not trying to fuck with you, which is good. King, you said, can I give you the game in a nutshell? What do you mean? What are you talking about? You said it's also needy asking multiple chicks for sex. Well, you shouldn't be asking chicks for sex anyway. You don't ask a chick for sex. Like, hey, can I fuck you? Is it okay if we have sex? No, you ain't asking no chick for sex. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that shit. You make the sex happen. You create situations where sex is going to happen and where she wants to have sex. You said which game has worked best for you, day game or night game? I mean, I usually fuck with chicks at night. That's my thing. Because at night lends itself to, having sex easier. King, you said a simple explanation of what game is. Is that what you're saying? Natasha Ratter, what's going on? Happy Labor Day to you too. I forgot today was Labor Day. That's what's up. You find out we got some ladies in here in the chat today. All right, so King, so basically, and I've said this a few times on a few videos, but I'll say it again because I feel like certain people need to also understand this too, and I'm glad you asked that question. So when we talk about game, when we just say the game is basically the same thing as saying life. Okay, so when we say game, we're talking about life. We're talking about existence. We're talking about this thing here we're doing, right? When we talk about having game. Now, having game is having a skill and strategy to get what you want in this life. You see what I'm saying? So when we talk about you having game, that's what we're talking about. And when we're talking about that is, oh, my man Steve the Dean calling me. Hold on. Yo, Steve, what up, man?
How you doing? fam?
Yo, I got you on speaker. I'm on my live stream right now. Say what up to the people.
What's up, man? Check out the bad boy of the dating game, Mr. Locario.
It's my man Steve.
Membership.
It's my man Steve the Dean on the line. But we doing the show. We doing the show tomorrow. We gonna get it popping. We doing it tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt. I just wanted to see if you came back safe from your trip, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm on. I got back on Wednesday and shit. I was for those who don't know, I was in Jamaica and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh shit, my bad. You like to get in for a while. My bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Hey, y'all, check out the bad boy of the dating game. You sign up for the bad boy membership, you get 1 hour of breakdown every month.
Exactly. So, yo, Steve, I'm gonna hit you up after the live stream and let you know it's good.
No doubt, respect, man. Holla back, man.
All right, bro. I'm holler at you.
All right, man. One.
All right, peace. Yeah, that's my dude Steve the Dean up in the spot. You feel what I'm saying? Oh man. So you said, do you think women make terrible platonic friends? Not well. Women will make terrible platonic friends only if the situation is a friend zone situation. So if you're in a friend zone in the situation, that's going to be a terrible platonic friendship, because you're trying to fuck her and she's just trying to use you for attention. You see what I'm saying? So it's, you said, where do we stand with consent and actually making it happen? When is it enough in time to try and focus on something else? What do you mean? You saying, where do we stand with consent as far as like a chick consenting to want to have sex with you? Is that what you're saying? What do you mean by enough time to focus on something else? Like, what do you mean? Any more details for that one? Feel what I'm saying? So, well, okay. So the thing with consent, a lot of times is like this, and this is what you can do if you're really scared of a situation where a chick is gonna be on some bullshit. When you're having sex with a girl, right? What you want her to do is you want her to tell you what she wants you to do to her. So what I mean is let's say you chilling with a girl and y'all kissing or whatever, y'all about to have sex and all this other shit. So you can say to her, and make it real seductive and sexy and shit. You understand? And be like, listen, y'all fucking around and be like, yo, tell me you want me to put my dick in your mouth, right? So then she's gonna say, I want you to put my dick in your dick in my mouth. So she's basically telling you she wants you to do it. So you say to her, yo, tell me you want me to fuck the shit out of you. She's gonna be like, I want you to fuck the shit out of me. She basically consented. There you go. You feel what I'm saying? Natasha, you said, so only guys can have game right and only non-married guys? No. Everybody needs game. Game is strategy. So whatever you want, you need a strategy to get it. So if you're a guy who's married, you still need game in your marriage to keep your marriage together. You still need a strategy to keep the situation you are with you and your wife, going. And women need game also. See, I heard somebody did a video, I was just watching certain things, and I heard a guy say, oh, well, women don't need game. It's not fair. How come men need game? Nigga, women need game. You know how women need game? Women need game if they want a boyfriend or a husband. You understand what I'm saying? Which a lot of women want. They want that guy who's going to stick with them and do all the shit. A woman needs game to keep that guy there. He said, which personality around women, which personality is better around women? The personality of your high value and they are lucky to be in the presence of you, or the nice guy? I mean, of course, the high value shit, man. But you should really be that dude. And to be that dude, you got to be on top of your shit, on top of your purpose, doing the thing that you want to do. Captain, you said, how long should you try to have sex before it's okay to quit because you don't want to get in trouble? What do you mean? You saying like if you're dealing with a chick and you're trying to have sex with her, you're out in the room, and then she's like, "Oh no, I don't want it. I'm not sure." What are you saying that? Because the thing is, a chick should be 100% cooperative with the sex. If she's not 100%, she shouldn't even be 99%. She needs to be 100% cooperative with the sex. And if she's not, you call it a day. You bounce. King Rel, you said Locario, let's see some of the chicks you be getting. We trying to see what your 9 and 10 chicks are looking like. Well, listen, go to MrLocario.com. Hit me up if you know for some one-on-one in-person private coaching, and you will actually be out with me, so you can be out with me seeing the actual girls that I'm fucking with. You feel what I'm saying? But see, the thing with me though is that doesn't necessarily, that's not going to really help you, truthfully, seeing the girls I'm fucking with. See, guys think that's going to help because they say, well, if you see me with a girl and you think she's hot, then you may be like, oh, she's hot, so I want to get a girl like, no. Or you may see me with a girl and I think she's hot, but you don't think she's hot. So now you're going to be like, oh, I ain't going to listen to him because he's not with hot chicks. But the hot is subjective. You see what I'm saying? And on top of that, this is the funny part, and this is what I always tell people. Because people, they hit me up and they're like, Mr. Locario, why don't you do infill pickup videos? And I'm like, first of all, I'm not a pickup artist. And second of all, how many videos do you need to see of a nigga walking up to a chick and hollering at her and getting her number? It's not that crazy. You understand? 2, unless you're with me specifically, and I've said this a million times, unless you're actually chilling with me right now, in person, where we could shake hands, everything that I put out here, as far as me with a woman, you don't know if it's real or not. So I can go and get a bad chick and put her on this joint and say, this is my girlfriend, or this is a girl I'm fucking with. Y'all be like, oh my God, Mr. Locario has the baddest chicks. Oh my God. And I just got this chick off the street yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just paying this girl $100 to pretend to be with me so I could gas y'all up. And that's what, truth be told, that's what a lot of cats be doing when you be seeing them on these videos. Not all of them, but some of them be doing that shit. So this is why I say, if you really want to see the shit pop off, fuck with me in person. You see what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm going to give you out the numbers for those who want to call. 646-481-3901. That is the call-in number. So if you guys want to call in, you guys can call in. Get that shit going. But yeah, I always tell dudes, come see me in person. Because even if you go on my Instagram, I got pictures of me with chicks, on my Instagram and all that. Now, some of these girls, I fucked with. Some of the girls I'm messing with. Some of the girls I didn't. It's just chicks I know. But you will never know which one it is until you hang out with me for real. Yo, what's going on?
What's good, Mr. Locario?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
This is Ryan.
What up? What's going on with you, bro?
I'm chilling. I just want to know, how do you get at virgins that's feeling you, but at the same time is skeptical about, getting down with you?
Mm-hmm. So you're saying, how do you get to fuck with the virgins?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. A lot of times, for virgins, chicks who are virgins, it's like they look at their shit a lot of times as their losing it is extremely special. So it's like, you got to be the boyfriend, the guy they've been talking to for a while. Like, most times you ain't going to meet a virgin and just hook up with her. You feel what I'm saying? In most cases.
That's true.
You see what I mean? Because to them, that's a big deal, losing their virginity. So the thing is that it's not impossible for it to go down. But the thing is, you would need to be in a situation where she feels as if, or the situation lends itself to where she feels comfortable and really into you to the point where she wants that to happen with you. But also be careful, because you do that with those type of chicks and they'll get extremely attached, because they end up thinking now y'all are together and now it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, in certain situations. So
Right.
my thing is, I wouldn't even necessarily deal with the virgin chick unless she's specifically choosing heavy on me. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So it shouldn't necessarily be you going to like try to make it happen with her. It should be she's showing extreme interest in you, and that within itself can make it be something that can happen, you know, with you, but not only with you, but also a little bit more quicker than it would generally. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right, but I would say don't spend too much time on the virgin chicks. You feel what I'm saying? You want to get them. You want to get them after they, you know, been, you know, had their first sexual experience or whatever the fuck it is. You feel what I'm saying? Because then they're a little bit more dependent on the girl. Because depending on how it happened, if she got her heart broken, she may be on some, oh, I don't know, I feel, or whatever. But in some other girls, they you know, especially if it's been a while since, like if you meet a girl who's like 28 and she lost her virginity at like 28, she may, you know, be on some super freaky shit, because now she just got to taste the dick. Now she's gonna want some more dick. You feel what I'm saying? So it all depends.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alright, no problem.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for clarity.
Alright, bro. I'll holler at you. Peace. Yeah, man. You gotta. These virgin chicks, they'll be on some other shit. So I don't know. Alright, let me see who this is. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, Mr. Locario?
What's poppin'? What's the deal, bro? Who's this?
I'm doing good. My name is Jason. I got two quick questions.
All right.
So it's one girl at my job. So I've been messing with her for a little bit, and we were supposed to go on a date, like right after I bagged her. And so first time, something came up, and it was important, so she apologized and said, you know, I can't make it, let's reschedule.
Right.
So that happened, and then we were supposed to go again. At the second time, she didn't say anything, but like she flaked. So I don't know if it's a legit reason. I mean, I think that's grounds to cut her off. What do you think? Like, in your opinion, what do you think?
So wait, so you said the second time y'all supposed to go out, and then what? And then what happened? Like,
she just flaked. Like, she didn't say nothing.
So wait, so
she
you
didn't show up. She didn't answer the phone.
Hold on. So you went to the date and she just didn't show up?
No, I called her to say, oh, I'm about to come pick you up in like, 15 minutes or something like that.
Right.
But
and
she didn't answer the phone. She didn't say nothing. She didn't say, oh, I got to do something.
Right.
She didn't show,
Right. Yeah. Well, that's you need to charge it to the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a wrap, because again, you always want to look at, and this was also my earlier, you always want to look at the chicks who are extremely into you, and the ones who are extremely into you, they're not gonna do that shit. You see what I'm saying? Right. So you got to look at the scale of where her interest lies, and if she's on some, I we didn't go on that first time, and then now she's flaking and she's not returning your calls, and yeah, you just charge that chick to the game. You said it's a chick you work with.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be nice at work, but I'm not gonna fuck with her no more outside of work. Right.
So you can still be cordial, still be whatever, but don't mention or don't try to get at her again. You feel what I'm saying? And if she tries to get at you, you feel what I'm saying? You don't really pay that no mind. And if you do want to pay that mind to a certain extent, all she's designated for is smashing. But I wouldn't even smash. I would just like call it a day with this chick specifically. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. She's looking for the attention.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So, but
right.
Just in general, if this happens again with like another situation where, let's say you met a girl at the gym and she did the same type of thing, if she tries to holler at you again, you could, if you do anything with her, it's only smashing, because now she's designated herself just for that because of how she's been, she's acting that way. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And the last question I had was, so as far as like getting chicks in like bars and like lounges,
right?
like how do you do that like effectively? Because I feel as though I would just go talk to one, and if they not really with it, I'm gonna go to the next one,
Mm.
and then like just because it's so small, it's just like, well, you just talk to her, so I don't really want to talk to you, and that's why I get a lot of that, like
Mm.
just going around. I don't want to just be the guy who goes around the bar and hit on every bad chick that's there, you know.
Mm. Right.
It's a
Well,
little
this is
bit
the thing.
weird.
This is the thing. Well, what you could do is this: is that there's nothing wrong with hollering at different girls at the bars and all that other stuff, but what you want to do generally is this, and this is a little bit more advanced, is that you want to, when you're talking to these girls, you want to basically like ask them questions to where you're trying to qualify them. So it's not necessarily like I'm talking to you because I'm trying to get with you. I'm talking to you to figure out if I even want to really holler at you at this point. You feel what I'm saying? So what happens is
Right.
it becomes where you're just having a conversation with the woman. You feel what I'm saying? And so the thing is, as you're having that conversation with her, you're checking to see, okay, well, yeah, she seems cool. All right, now I'm gonna go in and try to make something happen. You feel what I'm saying? And so the thing is that what happens is that when you're qualifying the chick, it sets you apart from every other dude who is already trying to let her know, like, oh, I want you, I need you, let me make something happen with you, give me your number, whatever, whatever. So the thing is that usually when you're qualifying her, it makes her try to impress you, and then as a result, it's easier for you to get her information because now at this point she's looking for your validation anyway because you set up the situation for her to feel like she needs your validation. You see what I'm saying? And so the way you do that too, and I talked about this on one of the programs of my Bad Boy membership, is that when you're questioning her, you want it to be where you're questioning her as if you're trying to see and figure out if you like her without necessarily telling her this in a certain way. You understand? So you don't need to be like, hey, I'm questioning you because I want to see if I like you. You ain't got to even say all that. It's more so you question her and be like, yo, so what, what do you do on your off time with her? What do you do for fun or whatever? And she'll be like, oh, I like to go to the movies. And you'll be like, wait, so you don't read any books? Like, what's up with, like, what is it with certain people that don't read books? Like, you don't read any books? You just go to the movies?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just
so she's like questioning
get
herself
attention.
like, yo, this guy's, you know what I mean? Because now she doesn't want to look like, she's just a basic chick. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because this is the thing with validation and the thing with, on a psychological level, is that even if a person doesn't like you, they want you to like them. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is why this works so well. This is why it's so ridiculous. So the thing is that when you're questioning these chicks and you're qualifying them and all this other stuff, it already sets up the dynamic where now she's trying to impress you, and then it's easier for you to make something happen. So now, let's say even if you're talking to this girl, and let's say you still don't get her number or whatever it is, and you go up to the next chick, right? What happens is it doesn't seem like you're just some guy hopping a girl to girl to girl and just getting rejected. It seems like you're coming off the situation where it's just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just having a conversation. And a lot of times when you're in a club and in these bar situations, people will be, other women will be looking at you when you're talking to other women. You understand what I'm saying? And here's another tip that and this is the thing. So here's two tips that you got to understand about that too, is that if you're on one side of the bar and there's a girls all the way at the other end where they can't really hear what you're saying, all they can see is how you're reacting and how the interaction's going. So what you don't want to do is this. You don't want to, let's say a girl is like, she doesn't give you the number, or she's being kind of like weird or standoffish or whatever. What you don't want to do is you don't want to have the demeanor as if it looks like you're upset or annoyed by the girl. So you always want to be upbeat, chill, and positive in the interaction no matter what the fuck she's doing. Because what happens is the girls who are on the other side of the room, and some of them may be looking at you, all they're seeing is that you're chilling and having a good time. You see what I'm saying? And so it doesn't
you want to look like the guy who talks to everybody.
Exactly, right. So you don't want to look like the guy who's upset about it. That's one tip. Second tip, and this is what guys got to understand, is always try to keep the women that you're talking to up to a certain standard, meaning as far as physically. So what I mean is, if you talk to a girl who, let's say you talk to a girl who you would, most people will probably say is like an 8. You understand? On a scale of 1 to 10, right?
Right.
What's gonna happen is that if you go down and talk to a girl who's like a 5, let's say the next girl you talk to is a 5, right? And then there's another girl who's a 8 that you want to talk to. If the other 8 saw you talk to the 5, she's not gonna want to talk to you anymore. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how it happens, because what happens is that what she's thinking is that she's thinking that you're saying she's on the same level as the 5. You see what I'm saying? So this is why, and it's funny because it's funny because I learned this through trial and error, and also seeing my friends do this, where there was times where I would go out with a chick and she'd be like okay, or I would talk to a girl who's like a that most people probably say is like a 6, maybe a 6.5. And what was funny is that I would sometimes see other women who were way better looking than her look at me like, dude, why are you talking to her type shit. Like, that's kind of weird that you're talking to her. Like, I would expect you to be talking to hotter women. You see what I'm saying? And it's weird. And then so when I try to go talk to them after they see me with that girl, it's this funny energy. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, like they're talking down to you.
Right. So you definitely want to keep this shit up where you're making sure you're talking to the like hotter type of chicks. Now, this is not to say that, let's say, because sometimes you may see certain chicks and they may be with a friend that's not that hot or whatever. You can still have a little, acknowledge them, talk to them or whatever. But the thing is, you don't want to spend a lot of time talking to a girl who's just like average, or you think is average, because most guys will do that because they feel that's like a safety net. Like, oh, I'm gonna just talk to this average girl over here, so whatever.
Yeah, comfortable.
Right, it's a comfortable shit, right? And then but that they don't realize that messes up the situation for them trying to holler at the other girls. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would say definitely, like, there's nothing wrong with talking to different girls in the spot, because you don't owe none of these chicks nothing. The thing you don't want to do is you don't want to be talking to a girl that's like literally right here, and you're just like, hey, what's up, girl? You hot? Let me get your number. And she's like, nah. And then you go talk to a girl that's literally 6 inches away from her, like she's right next to her, and you be like, hey, girl, what's up? You know what I'm saying? She look at you like, come on, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I used to be going to the city and just, while I'm walking down the street, hollering at everything I see. It works there, but like at the bar, I can't just be, oh, hey, you look nice. And then if she reject me, I'm like, all right, well, next one.
Right. And the thing is, you can do it in the bar, but again, like I said, it's better to have those questions and qualify and actually have that little conversation, so that when you do that, what it is that because look, when you talking to a girl in a bar, right? Let's say you go up to like a hot chick in that bar, right? And y'all are having a conversation, and the conversation isn't that quick, meaning because you're asking her questions, the conversation is going to be a little bit more lengthy than usual. It don't got to be like a long ass half an hour conversation, but it's not going to be like you just going up to her for 2 minutes or a minute and then you walk away. You feel what I'm saying? It's because you're questioning her. So what happens is that when you're talking to her and you're talking to her for that long, what it says to the other girls, like I said, the other girls across the room, they see your vibe, they see your energy, but also what it says is they're thinking, damn, this guy must be interesting because this girl is still talking to him. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So everything, it's all perception and how you set this shit up. So this is what I'm saying. So even if you was talking to that girl for, let's say, 5 minutes or whatever, or even 10 minutes or some shit, and let's say you didn't even get the number, right? Most of the time they're not gonna even know. Sometimes you can just give a girl your card and then keep that shit pushing, right? When you go to the next girl, she's going to be actually more receptive to you because the last girl you talked to actually wanted to keep talking to you, or it seems as if she wants to keep talking to you, but the reason why she keeps talking to you is because you're qualifying her instead of you trying to get her to validate you. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. That's how you got to really go at it a lot of times in these situations. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of this shit, especially when you're in the bars and the clubs and all this other stuff, everybody's looking at everybody else because everybody is feeling self-conscious in those environments. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're being and also looking like the dude who's comfortable, who's chill, who's doing his thing, whatever, that's gonna make you more attractive just in general in that spot. You feel what I'm saying? So when you approach any girl, because you are, doing it that way, she's gonna be more receptive. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how you make it happen.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
really appreciate that.
That's what's up, bro. I'm holler at you, man.
All right.
All right, peace. But yeah, you guys gotta, and y'all in those club joints, man, those bars, and this is why I tell you guys go to Bad Boy Membership, because I have a program called How to Get Girls from the Club Back to Your Place. Okay, so, and I got a lot of game in that shit. You feel me? EO, what's going on?
Yo, Locario.
What's poppin'?
Juice.
What up, bro?
My only problem is just like conversating with the female, because right now I unlocked my confidence. So the only problem I guess I'm having is talk to him. I guess when you said like you text a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And seconds later you just instantly get bored, or the first message you be like, oh, you say whatever, and then you just get bored right there.
Mm-hmm. And so you're saying, like, what are you supposed to do at that, at that point?
Yeah, like when you get bored off of the first or like couple of texts that she sent you or that you sent her.
And so what is this, a girl you just met? This is a girl you dating? Like, what is it? What are you talking about? Like, this is a girl you like?
I'm talking about all that. Like, I've been here and there, older, younger females. They be like, hi, send me signals and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like the conversation. I guess the conversation I need to have to boost it up, because I have all the stuff you're talking about, but it's just like the conversation thing.
Well, this is the thing. You don't necessarily need to have, drawn out conversations through text and all this other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if it's a girl, let's say if it's a girl you just met, all you're doing is texting her to set up a date. That's it. Y'all could talk all you want on the date. You ain't got to be talking. Now, again, sometimes girls will text you. Like, it sounds like you're saying the girls are texting you, right? They're like sending you messages and trying to talk, right?
Yeah.
So all you really need to do in that situation is, let's say, you chilling and a girl texts you and she's like, hey, what's up? How's your day going? Right? And you're like, oh, it's fine. How's yours? And she's like, oh, it's cool. I'm just chilling at home, whatever, just chilling. And then you're like, well, that sounds cool. Anyway, what are you doing Friday? And then she'll be like, oh, I don't know, I'm free. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's get together Friday. She's like, all right, cool. And you'd be like, well, listen, I gotta, go and handle some business. But I'll see you Friday. So every time you're on a joint with a chick, if she hits you up or she's trying to have a conversation with you, set the date and that's it. And then just keep it moving. Now, let's say you do set the date. Let's say with that girl you said, hey, let's meet on Friday. She said, cool. And let's say it's a Monday. Let's say she hits you up again on Tuesday. And she's like, hey, good morning. How you doing? What'd you have for breakfast or some stupid shit? And you're like, oh, what's up? Yeah, I had some pancakes. What'd you have? And then she's like, oh, I had cereal. And you're like, oh, that sounds cool. Well, anyway, listen, I'm actually on my way out the door. I got to run some errands, but I definitely want to see you on Friday. Looking forward to it. I'll talk to you later. So all you're really doing is, when she tries to have a conversation with you, you can respond to her once or twice, but then you cut it off. So you don't have to worry about having the conversations. You just cut it off by setting that date, or if you already set the date, you cut it off by telling her, hey, looking forward to seeing you on the date. I'll holler at you later because I got shit to do. That's what you got to do.
So you're saying, all right, when we talking back and forth, and then I just continue with the conversation, but not ended, but I continue it with say, oh, you eat ice cream,
right?
You eat ice cream, and they show like, oh yeah, I mean this kind of ice cream. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Well, we could do this. You try to do something on Friday, and then wherever she say yes or no, it's like whatever, because I'm gonna find some other female that
right,
could,
and then you just end that fucking call.
Respond fast enough, more than her.
Right. So you just gotta really set the situation and end the call. See, this is the thing. you don't ever really have to have conversations with chicks on the phone. Conversations with girls on the phone should only truly be designated for your girlfriend or your wife. You understand? All the other girls is just setting dates and seeing them on the dates, and that's it. You see what I'm saying? Once a girl, you know, I used to say, like, this thing is that your girlfriend or your wife has earned the right to text you, call you, and annoy you all day if she wants. You feel what I'm saying? Other chicks, no. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I remember that from the past. Somebody told me something similar like that. Like, like your girlfriend should be the main person to blow up your phone. Everybody else is just like, you could just pick and choose who you want to pick up and drop, and then go. Exactly.
Because a lot of dudes, what they think is they think that in order to keep a girl interested in them, they have to keep having a conversation back and forth with the girl. They like, oh, I gotta keep her. I gotta build that rapport. No, you ain't gotta do none of that shit. You set the date up, see her on a date. If she hits you up in between time, you can, you know, send her a response real quick. But after that first response, well, listen, you know, I'm running late to this meeting. I gotta go do this. So I will see you on Friday. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And then you just keep doing that to all the chicks. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
And one more thing, what does it mean when, like, you know, you go up to, like, some females, but the other females, you have, like, you know, you have that weird tension with them. Like, y'all both feel nervous or something like that. Like, I had a couple of them like that. It's like, it's like 5 of them right now. Like, it's doing that to me. But all the rest of them, it's easy to go up to them and say what I gotta say. But certain ones, I just get, I don't know, I get nervous.
Right. Well, that's because you're putting too much value on that chick. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like when a person sees a celebrity. Sometimes you see a celebrity, like let's say you show your favorite actor, your favorite rapper, or some shit. You're like, oh my god, that's so. You start getting nervous because you put value on that person. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I need to stop that real quick.
Right. So that's the thing. So the thing is, you know, you gotta look at the girl like any other chick and just be calm and just do you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it.
Now I'm in college now. That's why I was trying to call you a couple of days before. But you had a bunch of phone calls. But now I'm in college. Now I see what you're saying. Oh, female is not the main point of your life.
Right. It's real shit.
And now I see the picture, and now I have the confidence and everything. Like, everything fall in order. I worked on my confidence, worked on my mind, changed my mind around, work on females now, here and there, but I'm still focusing. Yeah, I want to go back to school so badly. And the female second, like when I come home, when I have time to think of, I don't think of them when I automatically come home. I think of, oh, I got to eat. This and that for myself. Right.
Nah, I feel you, man. That's how you got to do it. You got to stay on top of your shit and have the girls, you know, intertwine with whatever the fuck you doing. You feel what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Yeah.
You feel me? But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my dude. I got to get a few more of these out here. All right, man. Peace. All right, somebody just called. That shit just cut off a mistake. But yeah, man. Oh shit, my dude Affy Kingdom in the building was popping, bro. I think I got your text the other day. I got to respond to your text. Like, I saw it and I didn't even get to fucking respond to that shit. I saw that. Oh, you know, like you're in the middle of doing 3 things at once. But yeah, I got to hit you up, bro. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Locario.
What's popping? Who's this?
It's Anthony from CT.
All right, what's going on, bro?
Hey, I've been trying to get you for a minute, but for some reason my YouTube wasn't notifying me of your stream.
Yeah, I should be doing that shit sometimes. I don't know, but what's going on with you, man?
Oh, yo, so I had a really important question to ask you, because I saw some of your recent videos and you were talking about when you attractive versus being attracted.
Right.
And I had a question about that. So basically, I took it as there's 2, like, when you go up to a woman, like when a woman sees you and she'll have an opinion of you, it's like she'll be like, oh, you're not my type, just based off your appearance.
Right.
But I figured from what you were saying, that doesn't really matter.
Mm.
I feel like what really matters is if you actually go up to her and start talking to her.
Mm.
Because then that's the only way to really determine if she's feeling you or not.
Mm.
Am I right or wrong when I say this? Like,
no, you're absolutely right. And that's the, that's usually, and I'm saying usually because not always, that's usually the end all be all is when you approach and talk, because a woman could see you and think you're physically attractive and be attracted to you because you look good. She'll be like, oh my God, this guy's fucking sexy, blah, 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 right? But the point really, and this is what I always tell guys, the point is not for a chick to think you're physically attractive. The point is for the chick to fuck you. You see what I'm saying? And so I don't care how many girls would think I'm physically attractive. A girl could think I'm the most sexiest guy on earth. If she don't want to fuck me, I don't care. You feel what I'm saying? And so guys think that the girl thinking they're physically attractive equals her fucking you. And that's the issue. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and this is why I try to get as many of my friends to follow you, because you go real deep with it, and you're really about pulling from you within yourself the confidence and all that. Because unfortunately, some of them follow another guy. I can't say his name because y'all not too on great terms, but you probably know who he is. But
I'm on great terms with everybody. I'm cool with everybody. Trust me, I'm cool with everybody, even the people that's not cool with me. I'm cool with them. You feel me? So it's all positivity here. Trust me. But go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
But like I said before, it just seems it's crazy. It's like there's really no one like you. You're literally the only one who's not on that looks, money, status shit. It
right.
Every other quote unquote coach is on that looks, money, status shit. I don't understand.
But see, this is the thing. It's because let me tell you guys something, man. Let me tell you guys some real shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys out there. See, game recognizes game. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of dudes out there who don't really know what they're talking about. You understand? And so what happens, and I can tell when a dude don't know what he's talking about, because what happens is it's like this. If you were that song from Pusha T? He just came out with it, and it's called If You Know, You Know. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And basically in that song, he's sort of talking about, listen, if you was in this life, you know what I'm talking about. You can relate to this shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so when I'm listening to certain cats, I'm like, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because the thing is this, what they're saying is not incorrect, because a girl will be into you because she thinks you look good. There's girls who will fuck with you because you got money. There's girls who will fuck with you because of your status and all that. I'm not saying that's false. I don't like when dudes say it's only that, or that's the main thing, which it's not. You see what I'm saying? It's totally not. Because the thing is, what they don't understand about women is that women are when they're attracted to you, like a woman's attraction for you, especially in the beginning, is extremely fickle. You feel what I'm saying? So this is why she can meet a guy who she thinks is physically attractive, be attracted to him to the point where she thinks she wants to fuck him, right? And then she may end up not fucking him because he said or did something that turned her off. You see what I'm saying? And so, and then also on the flip side, a woman can see a guy who she thinks is not that attractive, right? Or she doesn't think he's that physically attractive, and he says or does things that get her to be attracted to him. And so that's the part that guys don't understand, is that it's the getting the woman attracted. It's almost like, let's say, like, give you a simple ass example. It's like you hear a song, right, from a rapper, and you say this shit is trash, right? And then what happens is they keep playing the song every fucking day, and then you hear it in the club, and you're like, yo, this shit is my jam. This is my shit. Why? It's the same song. Now you've become more attracted to that song. You see what I'm saying? You weren't interested. You see what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot clearer now. So pretty much, basically, a woman looking at you from a distance and formulating an opinion, that's attractiveness.
Right.
That really is not. That's not the meat. The real journey is actually getting to the attracted part
exactly
of the situation, which
exactly
is actually going up to her and talking to her.
Exactly. This is why a lot of times, because look, what guys want, this is the funny part that I always find hilarious, right? Let's say, okay, think about something that you sort of can get easily to a certain extent, or something you're used to getting, right? Or it's not a big deal for you to get. So let's say, for example, if you have a job, I'm sure you ate some breakfast or lunch today, right? And I'm sure you eat breakfast, lunch, and maybe dinner every day, right? So tomorrow when you're eating breakfast or you're eating lunch, or somebody says, "Hey, let's go get some breakfast," are you gonna be like super excited and, "Oh my God, we're gonna eat? That's amazing! Oh, I can't! Oh my, this is like the greatest." You're gonna be like, "Okay, cool, let's go get some breakfast." It's whatever, right? The reason why I'm bringing this up is because women, you have to understand, women all from all shapes, sizes, looks, or whatever. Most women don't have a problem getting good-looking guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's easy for women to get good-looking guys. So women are used to getting good-looking guys. That's not like, she doesn't have to have the guy be good-looking. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because she can get a good-looking guy whenever. Dude, let me tell you something. Most of the chicks that I date on Tinder or have dated on Tinder, even my wife, we're in an open relationship. She's on Tinder. My girl be on Tinder. My nigga, there's dudes that my wife, my girl, and even other girls that I've dated showed me that look way better than me. You understand what I'm saying? Way better than me, that they're not even fucking with like that in a lot of cases. You see what I'm saying? Because their fucking inbox is filled with dudes that 6-pack, fit, all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like I was with a chick a while ago where I looked at her Tinder and she showed me this dude she was chatting with back and forth, and I said, "So what's up with the dude? Like, you gonna go see the nigga?" He's trying to get at her, and she's like, "Oh, I don't really know." And then she texts him while what happened was I left her, came back to see her the next week, and I went in her inbox to check. I was like interested in their conversation. She told this nigga, "I don't think we're gonna be a good match." And this dude, 6-pack, 6'2", good-looking dude, and she told him she don't think she's gonna be a good match. She's fucking me. And I could positively say, and I'm a conceited motherfucker, I could positively say this guy looked way better than me. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like,
the funny thing that's kind of like hurting me a little bit in a kind of weird way. I'm not gonna lie, I'm going through like a little rough patch in the game.
Right.
And the thing is, like, I'll have chicks come up to me and like, they'll give me compliments, but they're not really, it's not going where I need it to be. And like, they'll tell me, "Oh, you look like you're a player. You look like you get a lot of girls." And I don't take that as a compliment. That shit kind of angers me because I'm like, fuck, I'm not.
Right, because that's right, exactly. No, I feel you. I've had that too. I've had that same shit too. Like, chicks, they'll say that shit.
A lot of girls, so they don't want to fuck with you because of that, and it's just like, damn. Man.
Right. Well, see, the thing is though, again, like I saw another guy who was asking me about that, is that you got to be able to sort of flip that and use that to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? And tell these chicks, like, listen, what makes you think that you're the same as every other girl? Like, maybe you might got something that's different than all these other women I've been with. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you might have something that makes me want to, see you as a different chick. You know what I'm saying? Do you see yourself as like every other girl? You just a plain Jane? You know what I mean? Flip it on them so that they could really, you know what I mean? And then that's how I started to get shit going. Because even with me being in an open relationship, I have women who they're like scared of me, my nigga. Like, they're like, "Oh, but you got a wife and you got a girl and you're not gonna have enough time for me and this and this and that." You know what I'm saying? So that stuff happens, a lot of times when I'm talking to women. But it's like, it's just the flipping around of it, of making it happen. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. And I got one last question before I get off. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
No, go ahead.
Like I previously stated, I'm kind of in a rough patch, a little rough patch in the game, especially when it comes to like the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's like when you go through like a rough patch, you know, specifically for me, day game. You know, how do you mentally get yourself back on path? You know, to just go out there and just continue to do what you need to do. Like,
right. Well, the thing is, you gotta understand that the game is gonna go in cycles. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and what you have to understand is that that's actually, you know, like that's just nature. Where, you know, like how the sun comes out and then the moon and the earth spins and all. It's all cycles. So there's gonna be times where your game and you're gonna be in those droughts. No matter, and this happens to every dude. No matter how tight your game is, you know, your shit is going. And this is the funny thing. I first learned this too because there was a dude I used to watch on YouTube years ago before I even started my channel and before I even started really going in. And I used to watch his videos and he used to talk about getting girls and everything. And it was funny because he said in one of his videos, he was like, he was like, it's funny to me that I teach guys how to attract women. And he said, it's been 2 months since I had a new chick. You feel what I'm saying? And so, you see what I mean? So that's going to happen. Now, that dry spell will happen or that thing is going to happen. But also the flip side is going to happen where you're going to start to see more shit popping off, you know, faster. And it's like it's going to be one chick, then another chick's going to pop and another chick's going to pop up. Because it goes in that cycle. And then it's going to go back to you having that dry spell. It's going to go back to you having that, you know, shit popping off like that. So the thing is that don't worry too much about it. Understand that everything's going to come back in full swing. What you need to do, though, is that you need to make sure that you're still interacting with chicks because you still need to be able to put yourself out there in order for it to still flow back to you. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that needs to happen because look, it's like I remember who was that? I think it was Outkast in one of their old songs where he said, you know, if you don't move your feet, then I don't eat. So we like neck to neck or some shit like that. It's the same concept of like you got to be doing your shit in order for the other shit to flow back to you. So if you're not doing this shit, this is why guys who, you know, claim MGTOW or TFL or incels and all that other stuff, part of the reason why they're not getting girls is really because they're not participating. You see what I'm saying?
And that was probably one of the saddest moments of my life when I actually identified with them, and I'm just
right. And that's the thing. See,
I thank God I got rid of that mentality. That was just pathetic.
And that's the thing. The participation is the part that keep. Because look, let's say like this. Let's do a simple example. Let's say you have two guys who are roommates. One guy, he stays home. He never goes anywhere. He never talks to any girls. The second guy, he goes out. Let's say he goes out once a week to a bar to like, you know, try to talk to girls. Now let's say the guy who's trying to talk to girls, who goes out once a week, let's say he only talks to maybe 3 girls a night. And then all these 3 girls a night for the past 4 weeks, 5 weeks, he wasn't getting nothing popping off, right? And then so the other guy at home who stays home is laughing at this nigga. He's like, "See, I told you shouldn't go out there because these chicks are blah 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 blah," right? But the second guy who goes out, it's just he's having a dry spell. Shit ain't really popping off him. Now, if he goes out for the next time and the next time, what's gonna happen is, at some point, there's gonna be a certain girl or girls who is that guy is their type. You understand what I'm saying? And then so he's gonna run into that girl or those girls, and then he's gonna get with them simply by him just because look, if he stopped and stayed home like the other guy, he would have missed out on those girls who would have been the girls for him. You see what I'm saying? But because he went out, he's going to run into those girls. See, the problem is what a lot of guys think is they think that second guy who goes out will never get a girl because girls generally or just inherently aren't going to like him because of whatever reason, because he doesn't look good enough or whatever it is. But the thing is that there's so many women out there, and there's so many women who have a certain type of taste or different tastes, that this is why you have to go out there, play the numbers game so you can find the women you gel with. Now, when it comes to the game, though, the more you learn game and the more things that you understand about the game, that's going to up your chances because now you know certain things and you're a little bit more advanced than other guys who don't really know what they're doing. Because look, a guy who doesn't know what he's necessarily doing, right? He'll get something literally just by keep going out. If he keeps going out, he's going to hit something just by the law of averages. Now, if you want to do better than that, that's when you learn games so that you can replicate your success that you had. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the same time, you have to understand that the game goes in cycles. So there's going to be times when shit's going to slow down. The same way where it's the same thing in business. Like, there's times where, like I'll make a certain amount of money this month, and then the next month I might make, I might make a little less, then it's going to go back up, then it's going to go, just like when you see those charts, it fluctuates. You see what I'm saying? And then so the game is the same thing. Everything in life sort of goes with that pattern. It fluctuates. It goes in cycles. It does a whole bunch of shit to where at this moment or this point, you feel this way or these things are happening, and the next is the same thing as, like, let's say for example, you may feel good today, and then you may feel depressed for a few days, then you go back to feeling good. You see what I'm saying? Like, it goes in cycles. So the same thing happens for your interactions with women. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, you want to keep on going so that you can get to the next part. It's almost like, just like if we talk about the cycle of you feeling a certain way, you may be happy today, you may be depressed for a few days. Now, if the person who's depressed, let's say, commits suicide, right? He's stopping the flow of him getting back to the happy state. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what it is.
I guess what fucks me up is that, I feel like I'll be putting in so much work and effort, and then you'll see dudes around you who just, I'm not trying to shit on nobody, but, you see just bummy dudes, just crazy looking dudes with chicks, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, they ain't doing nothing that you're doing, and they got that on their hands and shit. That's the type of shit that be fucking me up sometimes.
Right. Well, but also too, you got to understand for some of those people, it's just their time at that moment right now for it to go down for them like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is the same where it's going to be your time when it's going, because like when you come across a chick who's feeling you, let's say you're at a bar, at a club, whatever, you might meet a chick who's feeling you heavy. There's another nigga looking at you thinking the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you can't.
I'll be like, why is this happening for me?
Right,
why?
and that's why you can't. That's why you can't.
All this work.
Right, you can't compare yourself to other people. You have to focus just on your shit, because there's so many different circumstances that lend itself to that person having something go down, and also you don't really know the story or the situation between that guy and that girl, because you don't know, that girl could be his long-term girlfriend. He's been with her for years, and they just met up at the spot, and you thinking he just hollered at her. Or there could be a girl he already knew, but you didn't know he knew her, and he saw her, he hollered at her. You understand what I'm saying? So there's different like situations. It's funny because I remember I fucking played this joke on one of my boys, because there's this dude that I used to hang out with, and I haven't seen him in a long time. So we was chilling, and I saw this girl that I was dating at the time at this bar. So we walked in the bar, I saw her across the bar, and he didn't know I was dating her. So I said, I bet you I could go over there and make out with that girl within like 5 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? So I told him, I said, stay right here. I go up to her, and I start talking. I give her a hug, and we talking, and he don't know I know this chick. You feel what I'm saying? And then I start kissing her. I start kissing her immediately. And he's like, yo, what the fuck? And then it's like, I just, I introduced him. I was like, nah, I'm fucking with you. That's the girl I'm fucking with. But you see what I'm saying? Like, if another guy saw that, he would have been like, damn, how the fuck did he do that? He just started talking to her and they making out. You see what I'm saying? But he don't know the story. You see what I mean? So that happens sometimes. You don't know the story.
It's different factors of the game. Like, sometimes, like, I'll go out and there won't be nobody there. There's other things that just, it disheartens me, and, I've gotten better at it, but,
right.
I still just need to, just stop worrying about other people. Like you just said, stop comparing
Right.
yourself
Stop
to
worrying
other
about the people. Also, too, think back to the successes you had. Think back to all of the stuff that went well in certain situations. So as a reference point, so that you understand that you can make it happen. It ain't like, it's impossible for shit to go down. But also remember, there are going to be the times where shit is not flowing as good as you want. Like even, I just came from Jamaica, my dude, and I was with my boys and shit, and
oh yeah,
dude,
Miles, right?
my nigga, there was nothing popping off out there, son. I ain't get no ass out in Jamaica because we didn't have enough access to the chicks. Meaning that when I was in Kingston, we were working a lot, and what happened was we didn't have the transportation to really go to the spots, and plus Kingston was crazy hood. I wasn't trying to get killed. And then when we went to Ocho Rios, we were actually in this penthouse that was up on a hill. So in order to get into our Airbnb, you gotta walk up a hill for like fucking 20 minutes or catch a cab and have the cab drive you up the hill. So imagine, exactly. So imagine you down the hill, you at some spot, you hollering at some girl, and you gotta catch a cab for 20 minutes up a fucking hill just to it was just the fucking logistics was terrible. But also too, while I was out there, I didn't really I personally didn't see that many chicks I was attracted to, so that's another story. But but it was crazy. But shit wasn't popping off, and it was funny. What was funny too, I was talking to my girl. My girl told me she was disappointed in me that I didn't smash nothing. You feel what I'm saying? But I thought that was hilarious. But it was just like it just didn't happen, and it didn't happen also too because we was there on a Monday, and a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and it was like during the week, so it wasn't really anything popping off. So all those factors led to nothing really going on. You see what I'm saying? And so it's almost the same as like saying, because when I was out there, I went on Tinder in Kingston, and I was matching heavy, but it was like, in order to really get shit popping with the chicks, it wasn't really feasible because it was like, I didn't know these chicks. I was like, I didn't want these chicks running up in the house with a whole bunch of Jamaican goons and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, let me chill. You know what I mean? So it was just a whole bunch of shit that I'm like, okay, this ain't gonna happen this week like I'm expecting. You feel what I mean? So it's crazy, man. So yeah, there's a lot of factors sometimes that lend itself to you not being able to get shit popping the way you want it to. You know what I mean? But don't let that discourage you, because understand that you have the ability to make it happen. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Absolutely, man. It's just, definitely, man. Definitely needed to have this conversation, man. I'm trying to take myself to the next level, man.
Yeah, man. And the thing is too, to take yourself to that next level, man, it's a lot of mental work too. Like you got to work on your mind and your thoughts, man. Because that shit, trust me, like, even me myself with dealing with women and dealing with like business type of shit is like certain things that I had to, even now that I'm working on that, I gotta like do things and see things a certain way. And this is why a lot of times, we were talking about earlier, this is why I focus a lot on more of the game versus just the looks and the money and stuff. Because again, like I said, the looks and the money and the status can help, but I don't like to focus on that because those things aren't, like for example with the looks thing, how much more can you do with your looks? You understand what I'm saying? Like how much more can you really do? Based off you, okay, I can go work out and get a little bit more buff, but my face is still my face, right? I can, put on some clothes, look good, whatever, so I can look the best that I can, but that's what it is. It is what it is, right? But when it comes to game, when it comes to your mentality is a thing that creates the action of what you do, and those actions create results. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why, I talk about like to really step it up, it's the mentality. And this is why I'm telling you like, hey, look, there's a lot of the game goes in cycles, because just understanding it goes in a cycle stops you from thinking negative about your situation at the moment. You just gotta understand that, hey, this is part of the cycle, this is part of the thing, but I'm gonna still go out there and hit the pavement. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Yeah, because absolutely. Because that's what my friends always tell me. Like, yo, Ant, you put in really good game, but mentally you be letting things get to you. Like,
yeah, I'm telling you, and when you let it get to you, that shit affects your entire thing, because remember, your thoughts become your actions. You see what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And so that's what happens with a lot of these dudes out here, like a lot of the fucking incels and it's their mindset, B. Like, it's really their mindset. Like, a lot of these, I saw this one video where this dude was like, oh, I'm too ugly to get women, and the dude was a pretty good looking guy. And I'm like, what is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like because he thinks he needs to look like fucking Chris Hemsworth or some shit. And since he doesn't look like that, and no girls are gonna like him, and the shit is so. And this is how crazy the mindset is, because you literally can see guys who look way less physically attractive than you with bitches. So I don't understand how in the fuck these guys, like, you can literally see it. You can see guys who have no money fucking girls. So I don't understand where guys come with that. But that's how powerful your mindset is that because you believe you just need the looks and the money and status, even if something shows you something contrary to that, you can't even fucking see it. You can't even see the truth. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's going on.
I've seen guys who have beer bellies and are out of shape with chicks that play me that I want.
Exactly. Dude, I've seen, look, because it's so funny the amount of fucking evidence out there. Like, I watch a lot of RSD videos and shit, and the dude RSD Tyler, this nigga's almost bald. He's like balding, fucking got a little pot belly, and this dude be killing it. And at first I was like, okay, well, maybe the videos could be faked, cause whatever. I've seen this dude in person, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Work it. So I know it. So he's real. He's the real deal. It's facts. So I'm like, and my other dude, I don't know if you, I did a video a long time ago. And for those who don't know, check out my dude James Marshall. Oh no, not James Marshall. He's another one, but he's good too. But James Tusk, that's the dude. James Tusk.
Oh yeah.
You saw that, right? You see how James Tusk look, right? So
yeah.
James Tusk is what most people would say is a good-looking dude. You know, he has the typical white boy Brad Pitt thing going on, and he has compilation videos of him getting rejected by women. You see what I'm saying?
Those videos are classic.
Right. So I'm like, the evidence is there. It's not just the looks. It's a combination of everything. Use everything to your advantage. If you're a good-looking guy and women think you're good-looking and they're checking you out, use that shit. You feel what I'm saying? If you're the type of dude where your money is somehow working for you to get you girls, fuck it. Use that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Because the thing is, unlike most people, I don't get annoyed when you constantly have to talk about it, because one of the biggest things that you have to fight against is that synonymous saying for most young men, and that is pretty much focus on your money and then the women will follow.
Oh, right. That's
is something that every single guy is told when they're young, and on paper it sounds like correct.
Right.
But I kind of found out that that's a horrible way to live.
Exactly. Because even saying that, even saying focus on your money, then the women will come, that's basically saying that you need money in order to get girls. You see what I'm saying? And that and also saying that is saying that you aren't enough to get women. You need money. You feel what I'm saying? So when you have, again, the shit that you say goes into your subconscious mind, and then whatever you're thinking, because of those things that go on in your subconscious mind, is how you're going to react. So if you're thinking, oh, well, as soon as I get my money up, then I'm going to get these girls. The next thing you know, you got some money, but you still ain't getting girls. And you think, oh, well, I guess I got to get more money. And then you still ain't getting, I got to get more money. And then if you do get a girl, right, a lot of times what happens is that you're getting, and this is the crazy part with the money thing. Chicks will fuck with you because you got money, but if a chick is fucking with you because you got money, it's only because you got money. It's not because she likes you. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that creates another insecurity loop, because now your security or your confidence or whatever you want to call it comes from you feeling like I need money to feel secure about myself in order to be attractive to women. You see what I'm saying?
And that's and that's the thing. It's unfortunately you can't help everybody. That's something I had to learn the hard way.
Right.
It's not. I tell these people you can't attach your identity to Andrew Jackson.
Right.
You gotta get that from within. But a lot of people just don't. I guess it just. I've shown people your videos so much, but some people get it, some of them just don't. Some people just really want to just hold on to this. I guess because, when you're watching movies and TV shows and popular media, what do you see most of the time? You see the girl with the really good-looking guy.
Exactly, right. And see, that's what people get. They get conditioned, and they don't really understand the actual complexities within human beings. So, for example, a lot of guys will see a girl. Let's say they see a girl who is like, most guys would say is like a 10. Like, she got a pretty face, nice body, like she just looks really good, right? The first assumption is that she's only gonna want a guy who's 6 foot, model looking face and this and that, whatever. Now, she may be attracted to that guy, right? But also, a lot of people have a variation of what they're attracted to. So you may have your type, but you may have other people who's not necessarily your type, but you could also be attracted to them. Just like how my type is a chick who looks like Amber Rose or Bria Miles. But I'll also fuck with a chick who looks like, Mila Kunis or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm still gonna fuck with that chick. So the same thing happens for that hot 10 girl. She may like a guy that has that model look, but she may also like a guy who just, looks like fucking Seth Rogen. You understand? Because she just likes his vibe. You see what I'm saying?
I gotta cut you off for a second, because I need to know if this is true or not. So apparently, one of my friends who follows you, he said that you love white women. Like you love use of white women.
Right.
Like he's talking about consecutive years of just nothing but white women. Is that true?
Well, yeah. Well, I would say the past 10 years, maybe, I've been with majority white chicks. But before that that's the thing. Before that, it was majority black girls. So it was black girls and then it flipped to white girls. Now, the reason why I flipped to white girls is because it's truthfully because of the circles I was around. Because I live in Brooklyn, and what happened was I moved into a area where it was not mostly white girls, but more white women. And then so what happened was I was getting chosen heavy from all these white chicks. So I was like, hey, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So me, I have more of an open type. So my thing is, if I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you, whether you black, white, Asian, whatever. My thing is with black girls, though, and I'll tell you guys this: what I find attractive as far as black women is natural black women. You understand? Women with afros, dreadlocks, even shaved heads. I can fuck with that. I'm not that attracted to black women who have weaves or who have like hair that looks like white girls. That's you understand what I'm saying? Like I like more of the natural. I'll fuck with like a Erykah Badu, a Lisa Bonet. You understand what I'm saying? Like those type of chicks. Like I could probably like a chick like Gabrielle Union is, she's cute, and I could fuck with her too here and there. But I'm more so like the natural, fucking shea butter incense black chicks. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's the chicks I
mean, me personally, I don't even have a rate. I just need thickness, man. Mm-hmm. Like me, even if I see a thick white chick, if she's with a white dude, I can't. That shit fucks me up. I just. For me, it's just all about the thickness.
Oh yeah, the thickness is the ultimate for me though. That's what I'm saying too. That's what I like the most.
If I can't play drums with the cheeks, I just can't. I need that, man. I swear, man, my dude, my wife and my girl, both thick. You feel what I'm saying? Like
That's the shit. I love them thick, B. Like this, the thickness is just like, it's lovely. I've been with certain chicks who are skinny, who are slim, whatever, and that's cool too. But I prefer the thickness. You know what I mean? And that's what I was saying earlier with the whole thing. Like if you have that hot girl, most guys are gonna think she only wants a specific type of guy. She may have her type, but her type could be open. Also, we don't know what her type is, because what people don't understand is what your type is a lot of times is a combination of what you were brought up to like. So if that hot girl grew up around a bunch of dudes who was like stocky, like let's say she had a lot of stocky guys in her family, right? She most likely will be attracted to guys who look like that when she got older. You see what I'm saying? Because of what she was around. So because, see, this is the thing. Guys, they assume that because a girl's hot, that she's gonna like another quote unquote guy who's hot also, or whatever it is, right? But you don't know her history, so you don't know what that particular girl likes. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Also, you don't know her history to know how she was brought up and how she was raised, so that what is as far as what she is into. Because I was listening to somebody where they were saying that, oh, you know, if a girl's hot, she's only gonna want to get with guys who have a lot of money, whatever. What if that hot girl grew up in a family who had a lot of money, and let's say her dad didn't spend enough time with her, so now she resents guys who only have a bunch of money, and you understand? You have no fucking idea. You see what I'm saying? And this is why you gotta approach and talk, because you don't know who you're talking to. That hot girl you think that's out of your league, or that may not want you, you may be her type. You have no idea. She may love your personality. You have no idea. And this is why I say that it's not just about looks or money or status, because by saying that, that's like saying I know every girl or women, I know all of their backgrounds and all of the stuff they grew up in. Of course, there's going to be generalities and there's going to be general things women want, but you don't know until you talk to that individual chick. You have no fucking idea. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man.
Absolutely.
And that's how deep the game goes, and dudes don't understand it. That's why it's not just this one size fits all type of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Because those guys who say it's all looks, money, and status, I would never say that being good looking can't help you, or having money won't help you in certain things, or having status won't help you. What kills me is when dudes make it seem as that's the only thing, and it's the end all be all. And every girl, all they're looking for is a guy who looks good, who has a lot of money, and who has a certain type of status. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy. It's ridiculous.
It really is. Like, I guess it's because for them it's easier to think that way. I think they know what you're talking about.
Right.
I just think for them it's just more convenient for them to think.
Thank you. Exactly. Exactly. That's all it is. Because see, let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you guys some real shit, right?
Yeah.
Most guys who watch my videos, Alan Roger Curry, Ron Wills, Steve Dean, Coach Corey, anybody, most guys who watch videos on game don't actually want to do the work that we tell you guys to do. You understand? Most guys are watching this for entertainment, or they may watch certain videos for therapy. Like a lot of good dudes watch like MGTOW videos or videos where guys be talking about, fuck these hoes and blah, blah, blah. They watch all that for therapy. They don't really want to improve. You feel what I'm saying? It's all
that was me.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't really, because and the funny thing is there's so much bullshit advice out there that the reason why I can confidently say that they're not really doing the work and they're watching it just for therapy is because if dudes actually took some of the bullshit advice and used it, they would realize that it's bullshit advice. They don't know it's bullshit advice yet because they're not using it. They're just looking at the videos for entertainment. This is why they can keep saying it's all about looks, money, status, because a lot of these dudes don't go out. A lot of these dudes who think they're ugly, what would happen if they actually went out and actually started talking to women and took it seriously, they would realize how much women they can get. And then they would realize that it's not just about the looks and the money and the status. You see what I'm saying? So you know, that's what it is. Dudes don't, they don't, I was talking to my dude Miles about this the other day. I was like, there's a lot of cats, they don't want to do the work that it takes. This is why they, like you said, they want the convenient answer so that they can just say, oh, well, this is just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Because you literally, you beating it into people's head, damn into submission.
Right, and right.
The only thing, like, I would say to you, is like, what do you feel like you have to do, like, to just, is there any way, what do you feel like you need to do to just take it to the next level as far as, like, man, how can I really get these dudes to get into the right mentality, like, and lose this looks, money, status nonsense? Because it seems to be like a damn world of war between you and these people, you know?
Well, what you gotta understand is this, is that, some of them are just there to complain. You understand? They like, they're gonna keep complaining and they keep wanting to talk about it. So that they're gonna do that forever. Now, the reason why I even address this, the reason why I even talk about this, is because you have some guys in the middle who don't know any better. So I'm trying to get those guys before they waste time and fuck up. Because this is what you like. You know, when you have a kid in like the fucking 5th grade or some shit, and you tell him, listen, if you don't study and you don't do the right thing, you're gonna get left back, right? So a lot of these dudes, they're gonna get left back. I'm trying to catch them before they get left back, because what's gonna happen is they're gonna get left back and they're gonna have to come all the way back around, and they're gonna waste. They're gonna that potentially could be like a year, maybe 2 years, 3 years that they're wasting, that they could have used to actually learn something that's going to really work for them to get them to that next level. So I'm trying to stop them from wasting 2 to 3 years on bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's what it is, because a lot of these dudes, they're listening to advice to make them, it's that I talked about this before in the video. I call it comfort advice. They're listening to advice that makes them feel good about their failure. So if I come on here and I say, listen, you know, all these women are bitches. The reason why you're not getting girls is because they're whores and sluts, and you don't really need to mess with them. All you need to do is pump and dump, get your money up, and just work out, and then everything's going to work out for you. That's what niggas want to hear. You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? That's what they want to hear. But see, if that is within itself is not really going to help you, because that's not the real shit. See, when you get to the real shit, what you're really getting at. That's why I say my slogan is the truth is inside you. Because what's going to happen is that when you're actually out there doing the work and doing the things, you're going to experience certain things, and you're going to feel it and experience it and see it, and you're going to be like, oh shit, I'm realizing what I didn't realize before, because I put myself in the situation to actually try to get success and to try to get to the next level. And so what's going to happen is that when you do that, you're going to see the truth. And see, the thing is, you have the objective truth, and then you have the subjective truth. So the objective truth is, like, we're all on YouTube right now watching this video talking to each other, right? That's the objective truth. The subjective truth is what you're going to feel and realize and see based off of your experience. So this is why you can have someone say, oh, it's just about looks, money, and status, and then you can have somebody else like me saying, hey, there's this other side of the spectrum. Now we're saying two different things, right? And we're both basically right, but it's two different subjective truths. So you have to find your subjective truth, because you have to figure out what's really happening for you. This is why you can have a guy who, like, shout out to my dude Alan Roger Curry. I remember he did a video a while ago where he said something to the effect of, like, how he had a lot of black men who would say, you know, these black women treat me like crap and blah, blah, blah. And then he said, hey, black women have treated him like a king. So his truth is black women have treated him like a king, their truth is black women treated those guys like shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's two different truths, and those are subjective truths, but they're both true to those different people. So now, what I'm saying is that this is why I say the truth is inside you, because you're gonna see what the truth is for you. Now, let's take Alan Roger Curry's example. If he's saying I had these women treat me like a king, but these guys are saying women treated me like shit, you see there's two different paradigms here. Which side do you want to be on? Right? And based off of what side you want to be on, and most guys want to be on the side where the women treat them like a king, you make a choice to learn and understand what you can do to get to that point. Because if you're being treated like shit by women, why are you being treated like shit by women, but this other guy's being treated like a king? You understand? So basically what that's saying is that the experience with women is not just about being treated shitty. It's you're being treated shitty because that's your truth, because that's where that's where you're at the game now. And the reason why you're at that point at the game now is probably because you have been listening to bullshit. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. And it's like, I'll be trying to tell these cats, I'm like, this is what you got to understand. Because if you're watching a whole bunch of videos that keep talking about, oh, women ain't shit, fuck these hoes, these bitches on some bullshit, whatever, that don't help you. That's just getting you into a mindset of being negative and being frustrated dealing with women. It's not their fault. It's not a chick's fault why you're not getting pussy. It's not their fault why you're not getting things going. That's like me coming on here. I said this before. That's like me coming on here and saying, yo, all y'all niggas, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't buy my book. Y'all motherfuckers is whack and I hate you. You see what I'm saying? Y'all would look at me like, Miss Locario, fuck you, nigga. If you made a good book, they would buy it, right? So how about if you became an attractive man, women would fuck with you? You see what I'm saying?
Do you remember that dine and dash guy who like men like praise like all over?
Oh right.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like, yo, this is my dude right here. But then like when you broke it down on Facebook, it was like, okay, yeah, he's right. Like we shouldn't be like. That's a good point though. That's a good point that you brought that up, because that dine and dash guy, the guy that was in this, for those who don't know, that was a guy who was fucking going on dates with chicks and bouncing before the check came, and niggas was like, oh, he's a hero and all this other dumb shit. See, again, that is because the guys who resonate with that, right? It's because they relate to that situation of being the guy who goes out with women and gets taken advantage of. You understand what I'm saying? See, everything that you're co-signing is a reflection of you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
So if you're co-signing that and saying, yeah, that guy's the greatest, that means that reflects on how you think and how you feel about not only women but yourself. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the chick from Union Square that got all the motherfuckers on Tinder and all this other shit. Like niggas was mad as shit. But you know who was mad as shit? The simps, the manginas, the white knights. The players was laughing. They was giving that chick props. You see what I'm saying? The dudes who understood the game was like, these motherfuckers stupid. You see what I'm saying?
The crazy thing is they all showed up too. Not one of them couldn't show up.
Right. And see, that's what I'm saying. You're only mad when you relate to that. You see what I'm saying? Or you're only, because if you relate to it, it's basically you're co-signing that because that's a reflection of how you think and how you feel. So when that guy was dining and dashing, it was like dudes felt like, yes, I got, it felt like they got back at that girl who they wanted to fuck, who they took out on 3 dinner dates and didn't get no pussy. You see what I'm saying? But the player who actually can go out with a chick, seduce her, fuck her, he can't relate to the dine and dash guy. He's like, why would you do that? You feel what I'm saying? Because that's not his reality. And this is what I'm saying. What's your truth? If your truth is that you're actually getting shit popping, then that's how you're going to act a different way. If your truth is you ain't getting shit going on, this is why every time when I see MGTOWs try to claim that, oh, I'm pumping and dumping and I get mad bitches, I'm like, no, you don't. If you were getting girls, you wouldn't be talking this MGTOW shit. And then they try to say, oh, it's the gynocentrism and it's the fucking the government and blah blah blah. They try to use that as the scapegoat of the reason. I'm like, well, listen, if you knew how to manage a girl, you would not even need to worry about that shit. You see what I'm saying? And again, this is what I'm talking about. A guy who manages his girl is not worried about none of that shit because he has her in pockets. And if she gets out of pocket, he kicks her to the curb. And he doesn't marry a chick or he doesn't make a girl his girlfriend until he's properly vetted her. Again, this is all game. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, this shit is see, and the thing is, this shit is deep, but a lot of cats don't want to get that deep. That's why, you know, they want surface level stuff. You feel what I'm saying? That's all it is. They want surface level stuff, and there's nothing actually wrong with surface level stuff. But understand this surface level stuff, and the thing is that you in order to really go in, you gotta get a little bit more deep with the situation because there's gonna be things that this, like for example, dudes be all hype about, you know, like pickup artist videos, like, oh, he's picking up the girl. That's cool. You pick up the girl. What do you do now when you're trying to get to a sexual situation? What do you do if you had sex with a girl and now you like her? How do you keep her? Now, let's say you do get to, you keep her around and she's chilling with you. How do you maintain that? How do you actually be in a situation where you're managing your own emotions and also managing her shit to create a situation to where you can have a successful relationship if that's what you want in the end? You see what I'm saying? There's so many levels to this shit where guys don't understand.
You don't do infield, right?
Say that again?
You said you're not a fan of personally yourself doing infill.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'll watch an infill video because it's entertaining, and I'm glad there's guys who do it because I actually think it's it can be a teachable thing. My thing though is that I don't do it because personally I'm not a pickup artist, so I don't want to get into the same category as a pickup artist. Two, I believe that you're only really going to see and learn from me picking up women if you're with me. This is why anytime I have a private session with a guy that's in person, we go out and we talk to chicks. You see what I'm saying? Because I want you to see it for real. You see what I mean? Because trust me, I've graduated Hunter College with a film degree. I could make the most explosive fucking pickup artist infill videos you have ever seen in your fucking life. And all of this shit will be bullshit just to cater to the nonsense. Like I can do that, but I wouldn't do that because, again, even if I went out and made it real, the fact that you could say it may be fake it makes the whole shit null and void. You see what I'm saying? So what would be the point of me doing a real video of me going up to girls showing you shit when you could watch it and literally say, yo, this shit could be fake. And and the thing is, I couldn't argue with you. How do you know it's not fake? How do you know I didn't hire that girl? You see what I'm saying? You don't. So this is why I'm saying you can watch those videos at a grain of salt, but you're not going to really see the real deal unless you're with the guy in person. You see what I'm saying? That's what you got to understand. You see what I mean?
You could get in trouble for those videos, right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't want, and that's the thing. That's what I be thinking. Dudes be hiring these chicks because my thing is, how are you getting away with filming these motherfuckers doing all this crazy shit you're doing? And sometimes they say they block the girl's face or they whatever it is like that.
That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is that it's still the chick because if you're in a video, if any of us is in a video that we didn't really know we was getting filmed, and then it gets millions of views, and then we looking at some, and we're like, what the fuck? Like, you probably have you feel a certain type of way about that shit. I actually had one of my dudes, the Cat Evolution Daily. You guys should check his channel out. He even had a
yeah,
video where he
shout out to
talked
him.
about
I'll
that.
watch him.
Yeah, he had a video talking about that where he said one of the girls who he had on video contacted him and was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know, so I ain't really try. I ain't really got time enough for those type of problems. You feel what I'm saying? So I really don't got time for those problems. I'm telling you. So my thing is, if you guys want to learn how to pick up chicks, come holla at your boy and we'll set something up. You feel what I'm saying? Because you know,
get together a seminar.
Right, because the thing is, this is what you gotta understand about picking up girls, and this is why if you watch a lot of those videos, it's a lot of highlight reels, because half the girls you talk to ain't shit gonna go pop off. The other half, if you actually watched a guy holler at a girl and see it's a lot of times it's boring as hell to watch. You understand what I'm saying? This is why they do highlight reels, because a lot of it is boring. You understand? Like, I'll be out with my boys, we'll talk to chicks, and it's fun for you in the interaction because you're talking to the girl. But if you actually sat, like, I remember I was talking to this chick once, and my boy was talking to another chick, but then the chick, she had to leave, so I just got her number. And the chick that my boy was talking to, I'm chilling there, I'm on my phone, you know, there wasn't really that many other girls in there. He's talking to her for maybe like 25 minutes, and the shit was boring. Like, she was feeling him. She was feeling him, he was feeling her, but the fucking conversation was boring. It was like, you know, they talking, you know, he's flirting with her a little bit. He's like, "Oh, so yeah, where you from?" And, "Oh, you look like the type of girl that would be from down south." And she's like, "Oh yeah, some people say I have an accent." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, how long you been in New York?" And she's like, "Oh, I've been here for like a few months." I'm just like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, just get the number and let's get the fuck out of here, man. Like, that shit is boring. You know what I'm saying? So it's not this big fucking crazy, like, insane thing. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't understand what the fuck dudes be so hype about this shit. I'm like, man. Because how long dudes been doing infill videos for the past, like, what, 10, 15 years? Like,
it's been that long?
It's been that long. It's hundreds of those videos out. So I'm like, my nigga, if you haven't seen All You Need to See with a dude picking up a chick, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the crazy thing is sometimes, like, the dude will be walking into the parking lot with the chick, and the cameraman, it seems like the cameraman is, like, right behind
exactly,
him.
right. Like, I've seen...
That shit don't even make sense.
Right. I seen the ones... Oh, shout out to the people in the chat room. They saying bring my dude Eddie Fuse back. Shout out to my dude Eddie Fuse. I'm going to have to get him on the joint. Eddie, do you watch Eddie Fuse?
Eddie Fuse? I've never heard of Eddie Fuse.
My nigga, you gotta type in Eddie Fuse. It's EDDIE Fuse FEWS. Okay. My nigga Eddie Fuse. Eddie Fuse is so deep. Like, I'll be watching Eddie Fuse and I'm taking notes. I'm like, oh shit, that's some crazy game right there. You feel what I'm saying? And Eddie Fuse is younger than me. I met Eddie Fuse years ago while I was out doing some promotion for my lecture, and we just became cool. I interviewed him a few times. I got to get him back on. Yo, Eddie Fuse is that dude, son. Trust me. If you, like, you guys, I'm telling you, you guys want to step up your game, my nigga, check out my dude Eddie Fuse. All of you guys go to Eddie Fuse's page, just type in Eddie Fuse, subscribe to him, okay? Like I promote cats that really are about that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be like, God damn. You feel what I mean? Like, Eddie Fuse goes in. You feel what I'm saying? Eddie Fuse goes the fuck in, trust me.
F-U-S-E?
Yes, F-E-W-S, Eddie Fuse. E-D-D-I-E F-E-W-S. So Fuse is F-E-W-S, yeah. So make sure you guys subscribe to him.
F-E-W.
Yes, Eddie Fuse is that nigga. So, but yeah, man, but yeah, that's the thing, man, but yeah, cats just need to understand this game, man. If you understand this game, shit'll start making a little bit more sense to you. You feel what I'm saying for these cats out here? But dudes gotta understand what's going on out here, man.
Because you just get tired, like you would think, like, these dudes, like, yo, aren't you tired of losing? Like, don't you want, like, what you feel like you should be getting. Like, goddamn, like,
right? But
aren't
see
you
again,
tired of just seeing hot girls behind a computer screen? Like, dog, don't you want like?
but see, that's the thing. A lot of dudes don't really want it, son. You see, this is why, because even with my bad boy membership program, right? There's a reason why I make it $97 a month. You understand? Because I only want dudes on there who's really serious. And only a serious motherfucker is gonna pay $97 a month. You see what I'm saying? And so and also too, what happens is that because you're paying $97 a month, you take it more seriously. You see what I mean? And so that's what it is that, because a lot of the heavy game I keep in my books, like How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day. I keep in my books. I keep on a Bad Boy membership. I keep on my DVD programs. And the reason why I do that is because on a psychological level, what happens is that when you pay for something, when you're putting in that money, right, you're going to receive the information a certain way, and you're going to take that information more seriously. See, the reason why I put out a lot of free videos is because I still want to give guys some of the game and all that. But the problem with the free videos is because it's free, and what you're spending is just like your time. It's still you're still spending something, which is your time. But because it's free, most guys won't really apply and take it seriously because it's free. So because it's free, you feel like you haven't invested enough to take it seriously. You understand? So that's the whole thing with it. You know what I mean?
When I first heard that your membership was $97 a month, I was like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
I was like, that's so expensive, blah, blah, blah. And then my friend was like, yo, dude, go on them RSD sites.
Exactly, right.
I was like, oh, never mind.
Exactly. And the funny part is 97 is cheap for most of the industry. You see what I'm saying? Like, you go to other cats joints, you get some shit, you be paying like $297 a month just to be part of a certain thing. Right. And see, I talked about this before. I paid $1,500 for a course just on public speaking, my nigga, because I was that serious about public speaking and speaking at events or whatever. And I still feel like I'm working more on my public speaking, because if you notice, if you listen to a lot of my videos, I'll say shit like a lot, or I'll be like, you understand, or you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying hard to you know what I mean? See, I just said it just now, like, I'm trying hard to get better at that. You feel what I mean? So it's a thing. You know what I'm saying? So and that's what I feel like I need to practice more on that also. You see what I'm saying? So I
also feel like when you do those joint streams with the chick, you need to get Amina, by the way, back on. But yeah,
right.
When you do those joint streams with like the chicks, it brings more dudes, like, I feel like it makes dudes be more attentive too. Like,
oh yeah, of course. That's what I got to do more of. I got to bring back my homegirl Sarah. I got to bring back Amina Zena. Got to get some new joints in there. I'm gonna get a few more because it's that it's the female energy.
Man. It's been a minute.
Right, it's the female energy. I got to get that female energy back up in the joint. You feel what I'm saying? So But yeah, that's what it is.
But
man.
This definitely, man. Like, you definitely got to keep in touch, man. Definitely need to have this conversation tonight to keep me going and all that, man.
Definitely, bro.
But I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, man. You take it easy. Have a great night.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Bren. I acknowledge you. Yeah, man. Yes, it's a lot of shit, man. Dudes gotta understand about this shit, man. It's fucking crazy. You said bring back Whitney. Oh yeah, I gotta bring Whitney back too. You feel what I'm saying? Gotta bring some of these chicks back. But yeah, the caller number is 646-481-3901. But man, crazy. What up? Shout out to Cal Newman. Shout out to Elliot Morris, Kenwood Drive. Man. Let me me see who this is. Yo, what's going on?
Fuck you.
Oh Lord, here we go. The trolls are out. The trolls are coming out. Man. Hilarious. He's like, fuck you. It's just like a fucking some automated shit. Some automated crazy shit. I'm working on 2 new books right now. 2 of them. 2 new books at the same time. I'm trying to have them out by the end of the year, hopefully early next year. Poti said, although I've made videos where you say you should approach the hottest chicks, is it such a bad thing to start off with just average looking chicks, then work up? Yes. It's bad to do that. The reason why I'm saying it's bad to do that is because by doing that, you're putting the hot girls on a pedestal, which is going to make it harder for you to get the hot girls. Because you don't need to work your way up to hot girls. You understand what I'm saying? Again, all of this is mindset. If you feel you need to work your way up to hot girls, you just basically said the hot girls are up. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand how all of this affects your psyche. You feel what I mean? Because I've had that question a lot. Dudes that say, should I work my way up to the hot chicks? There's no working your way up. They should not be up. They're there just like any other girl. You feel what I'm saying? You just got to get comfortable talking to those girls. Because the fact that you're not comfortable is the issue. You feel what I'm saying? Dr. Cortez Baker, you say you need some personal help? Hit me up. Go to MrLocario.com and hit the coaching tab on the main page. He said once you start charging chicks to the game that have been used to getting lots of attention from you, they are not going to like it. They're going to use every psychological trick they have to try and to get you back in the friend zone. Are dudes still getting in the friend zone? Shout out to Mike Gates in the building. Are dudes still getting in the friend zone? How many of y'all guys are in the friend zone right now? Seriously, in the chat room. How many of you guys are still in the friend zone? Because that shit is like the friend zone should not even be a thing anymore. The friend zone should not be a thing anymore. Like if you're in some sort of friend zone, man, like the friend zone needs to go out of style. You understand? What up, Joe Blast? What's going on? Drew, you said what? Why slump busters work for breaking a dry streak? And should I drop my standards and go for a slump buster? What's a slump buster? Is that like a whack looking chick? That's what it sounds like. Felipe, you say you don't have female friends? Female pimp, you said I'm feeling myself? Female pimp, why don't you come film me then if that's the case, so I don't have to film myself? But you ain't gonna call up. Female pimp be scared as hell. You said, what about girls who are try to ruin your reputation? Well, the type of girls who would try to ruin your reputation are usually girls who either you lie to or they're just fucking crazy. So what you would need to do is not, don't be lying to these chicks, or realize the type of chicks you're dealing with so you don't deal with crazy chicks. So the friend zone is a choice. You choose to put yourself in the friend zone. When a woman tells you she doesn't want to get with you but we still can be friends. She just gave you a choice. Real talk. Real talk. Female Pimpy said book you a flight. Hell no, you gotta fly over here, man. You gotta fly over here and come see me. Oh, for all of you guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram, man. My Instagram is at Real Mr. Locario. So you can follow me on there. Follow me at Real Mr. Locario on Instagram. I gotta start taking more pictures and shit on there. I'll be slacking. Man. But yeah, female pimp, you're gonna have to get your own flight. No, first you're gonna have to send me a picture though. Send me a picture. The great Robbie was popping. He said, "Did I go to Labor Day? You talking about the Labor Day parade? I didn't go to the Labor Day parade at all. I don't go to that shit. That shit's too much energy for me. I'm like, chill, B." So Drew, you said nothing too pretty, just wanted to break the slump. Well, this is the thing, you know. You don't want to go after those girls if it happens to where you run into a chick and let's say she's choosing and she's not like your ideal. Then yeah, you could smash, but you don't. But also, you know, there's a level to it. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Like you don't want to be smashing something that is just terrible. You know what I'm saying? But you just still try to get the hot joints. But if something happens where, you know, a average chick wants to give it to you and it's a lonely Sunday night, then fuck it. Damn, my eye is still swollen. My fucking wait, is this eye? This eye was swollen like shit. It's probably, you guys probably see it. This shit is like fucking crazy. This shit was swollen all this week. I'm still trying to get this shit down. You said, did I smash in Jamaica? Nah, I didn't. I was talking about that earlier. It was a whole bunch of factors, man. It was crazy. I couldn't get to the chicks. It was too far away. I was up on the hill chilling. You said, how do you deal or reply to a woman you were dealing with, told you she loved you, but then down the line say, I don't love you like I thought I did? How do you handle that? Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. Like if she's like, if you're just trying to just hit, all right, well, whatever, let's get this popping on some sex shit. But if it's something, you know, a chick you're trying to get with or you're trying to rekindle something and she's on that type of vibe, then nah, we good. You said I have 17,000 chicks at Union Square looking crazy? Hilarious. What's up? How'd it go? That was good? Okay. Man. Abby, you said you thought I said I was married. Yeah, I'm married. Look at the ring right here. But I'm also in an open relationship. So that means that I'm open to also date other women. You see what I'm saying? You know? Man. Because, you know, monogamy, I'm always impressed with people who are monogamous, like truly monogamous. Like I'm like, how? Like people who are really not people who say they're monogamous and they cheating or they've, you know, doing a whole bunch of goofy shit or, you know, being on some nonsense. I'm talking about motherfuckers who's really monogamous. Like you don't flirt with no other motherfucker or nothing. I'm impressed. You said, how do you deal with a female who keeps asking about your brother without coming off jealous? Oh, look, if she's feeling your brother, then hook up with your brother. He says, is that my wife in the background? She just came from a date. Y'all, some of y'all ain't ready for this open relationship lifestyle, man. I'm telling you. You're not ready for it. So Jermaine Jones, you say you dating her? Should you confront her? Yeah, if you dating her, you gotta tell her to chill on that. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Frank.
What up? What's going on, bro?
How you doing, man?
What's the deal?
Ah, man, yeah, so do you think, like, some people can be, like, sex addicts? Like, I think I might know a couple people, like, that are, like, sex addicts.
Right. Yeah, definitely some people are sex addicts. Like, I know some sex addicts. Because, but it all depends. Because some of it, too, could be, subjective. Because, what is being the sex addict? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you might have sex, 3-4 times a week, and to some people they're like, oh my God, you're a sex addict. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but I think when it comes to being actually addicted, I think when it gets to the point where it's taking over your life to the point where you can't get normal shit done, then I think that's when it's like an issue. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're having so much sex where you're forgetting to eat and go to work or something like that, then it's probably an issue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, man, you're in New York?
Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn.
Okay, Brooklyn. So that area, it's this is probably off topic, but it's mainly been gentrified now, right? Like.
Oh yeah. In where I'm at in Bed-Stuy, shit is gentrified like a motherfucker. Right,
but I bet that's a great location and area, like with different people, different cultures to like talk to women, right?
Oh yeah, because it's a lot more diverse, so it's a lot of different types of people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I like the diversity as far as the people. I just don't like the gentrification as far as the social economic portion of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in certain situations what happens is when shit gets gentrified and other people get kicked out, and it's fucked up. So
right. Well, hey man, I've been watching your content for a while. I just wanted to I saw you were on, just wanted to drop by real quick and say hi, and yeah, keep doing your thing, man. I enjoy your content. Thank you for everything, man.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it, bro. All right,
bro.
Man, Mike Gates said cold showers will calm the sex addiction. Cal, you said I'm in the hood. I mean, it's used to be on some serious hood shit. Like maybe like 10 years ago. That shit was on some hood shit. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But guys, listen, I'm about to call it a night because I gotta get something to eat. Because I'm a human being and shit, so I gotta do that stuff. But listen, guys, make sure you get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. The book, ebook, hard copy, audiobook. Make sure you guys get that. Also, make sure that you guys go to Bad Boy membership to check out the Bad Boy membership. You feel me? Also, make sure you guys go to undeniablegame.com to get the free program Undeniable Game, and also make sure you guys join the Patreon. Okay, I'm gonna type in the Patreon joint. Patreon.com. Patreon.com/Mr. Locario. So you can hear all the Bad Boy episode shows, because those shows are fire. You feel what I'm saying? Those shits are fire. Okay? So make sure you guys check that out. Yeah, so I'm gonna do another live joint, maybe Wednesday, but definitely Friday. Maybe Wednesday, but definitely Friday, because I want to do more of these live joints and shit too. I like doing the live shits. The live joints be on point. So yeah, make sure you guys get the Patreon. Make sure you guys get the books, DVD programs, all of that stuff. You feel me? Let me shout out to the people in the chat. Shout out to Jermaine Jones. He's a nice hat. That's what's up. Thanks. Shandell. Shout out to you. Martin79934. Osei. Shout out to you. Got Juice. Darrell S. Cal Newman. K.O. Desmond Cook. True State. Kenwood Drive. Female Pimp. Oh, you said you love me. I love you too. See, it was. I knew it was all love, girl. Come on. Chill E. Eminem Gaming. Shout out to you. Who else was up in the building? Santana Che Guevara. Shout out to Abby Jackson. Drew Duckett. Elliot Morris. Shout out to C4. That's a long ass name with a lot of numbers, but I'm talking about you. The Great Robbie. Robert King. Von D. Felipe Francisco. Michael Filbert. Joe Blass. Poti Robinson. S. Brown. Mike Gates. Who else is up in here? Love Life was up in here. Dr. Cortez. P. Santo. Nadia was up in here. Who else was up in this piece? Oh, shout out to my dude Athlete Kingdom. My dude MJ Get Right. Shout out to you. Sixth Band. Shout out to you. So man, I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.